And we're back with another episode this morning with Vuvuzela. Today we're going to be interviewing Denis from Spirals. Denis, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
So nice to have you here.
Yeah, it's amazing. First time I've been here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Denis, you do bespoke furniture, handmade, you do it all yourself. I've seen your shop, your workshop.
Yes.
They're absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I'm actually an artist. I studied art and design. But, and I painted many a painting and done okay with it. But recently, you know, paintings and artwork doesn't really sell to that extent. So by accident, I got into making a table for the family, for my family. I made a bed for my kids and I made a table out of wood. And my wife put the table on Facebook and it sold like less than 24 hours later. I was shocked. And then the idea was to kind of look at YouTube quickly, you know, get an idea of how to do the legs and do the things and all the backing boards and stuff. The actual paint technique is I think fairly unique in the sense that it's whitewashed cottage beach furniture. So it's the kind of furniture you might find on a patio, a lounge of a beach house, someone's second home, that type of thing. Maybe outside, tables ranging from 8-seaters, big tables, whitewashed, basic, nice quality pine wood. And then the grain comes out. So I painted a color, the whole table constructed, then painted all one color, normally blues and greens and dark grays and light grays. Then I paint the table again with white PVA. And then I take an angle grinder and I grind the thing down. I grind all the paint off. I try and grind as much paint off as I can. And in the little recesses and stuff, you'd see the color, you'd see the white coming through. And then the table is glazed, so that it's free from staining and it's smooth to the touch, you know?
So from making one table, I can safely say you've gone big.
I'm amazed. I'm really amazed. I never dreamt that something so arbitrary could actually become a success. And it's not big time. I'm working from home. My workshop is my garage, my double garage, and an outside area. But it's glorious. It's amazing.
Denis, I looked and came upon your website, well, your Facebook page last week. And you've got hundreds and hundreds of pictures of things that you've done, and you just sell them. It's just,
well, you know,
different all the time.
Well, that's the thing. You know, if I were to be diagnosed with ADD, I wouldn't be surprised, because I can't keep still and I can't do the same thing repetitively over and over. And yeah, so every piece of furniture that I make has a little bit of the art in it. It's a little bit of handmade feel. It's not manufactured, mass produced. It's a unique piece, even if it's a set, say a table and 2-seaters. The 2-seaters would be similar to each other, but the finish of the table and the seaters may be slightly different. It's individual, very really appealing to the taste of the person. You know, they want light blue or they want light green or they don't want any color, they just want it to be white with the wood and it's sanded down, etc. You know, that type of thing.
That's what makes it so special, I think. That it is unique and different.
What we can say a jolt. I'm jolling. I'm just having such fun, really.
I'm a creative, so I know exactly how you feel.
I can't wait to wake up and get on with the work, because to me it's not work. It's actually making a little sculpture. It's art. And you know, the painting and the art side is a little bit disillusioning at the moment, because we are all going through really unique time with what we know, you know, the COVID thing. So we've been very lucky because I'm working from home. I can take a break when I want to. I can work as late into the evening as I want to and produce things. And then my wife is Laura. She's like my partner in crime. So she'll do the Facebooking. She'll do all the selling sites around the North Coast and Durban. Maritzburg, people have come from Durban and Maritzburg to buy a table that they saw on TV, on our Facebook. So it's like crazy.
You don't only do tables, you do all sorts of things. You've done bowls, boxes.
Well, you know, you get a bunch of wood and you end up cutting the larger pieces and you make a table. I've got this in mind, so I'm going to make a table according to my dream that I had last night because I'm so excited. Like, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. And then you end up with a whole bunch of offcuts. And it's like, what am I going to do with these, you know? So you could, what I do is I cut hearts out of them and I make little boxes and I make little containers for the kitchen and little key holders and stuff but that's not the main thing. But that's just the offcut wood instead of kind of wasting it, you know?
I love it. I love your energy. So now, if somebody wants something specifically made, so they've got an idea in mind, can they come to you with a photograph? Would you be able to? At
the moment, yes. And why I say that is because in the beginning, I really started at the beginning of this year, so 2020. And then you know what happened to the business world. But to answer your question, in the beginning, I didn't want to do commission work because the vision that I have of what the piece should look like, according to the client, can be so totally different. So I end up with like 3 tables, and then they can come choose the one that they really like.
You lose the plot like me.
Yeah, so it's like I prefer to. Well, I used to prefer to have my stock of work. The client would come through, they've seen it on Facebook or advertising social media thing, and they say, that's the table I saw in the photo, I want that table. Usually it ends up, I want that table, and then I want that bench to match that. That's the cool bench. Lovey, what do you think? We take that as well. And then, oh, there's a mirror. Lovey, can we get that as well? And they end up with like 3 things. But in the last month, I think I've taken on more commission work. So someone comes to me and says, I want a headboard for my bed, but go to this site and you'll see the photograph I like. Can you do that? And it's, yes, I can. So now it's clear to me, you know? It's not just random, like I want this table and I want it to be like a server this height and must be on wheels, and it's like, okay, that's getting really complicated. I can do it, but then usually the client comes and says, you know, it's a little bit too blue, or the wheels are too small, or something's, you know, not the vision that they have, because they have the vision of where that item is going to go in their home. I might never know, well, I most likely won't ever be able to see that home, where the piece is going to go. So yeah, I can do coat hangers, big stands, bedside tables, headboards, bed ends. The most popular item I do, I would say, is mirrors with offcut. So it's just making the whitewashed frame, and we get the mirror cut. And the other thing is coffee tables. Coffee tables. And the magic about coffee tables is you can actually do anything. You know, they need to be a certain height, yes, and a kind of reasonable size, yes, but you can do anything with it. I even took a metal chain, and I bashed the finished product with a metal chain, and it made these dents and marks in the wood. And when that gets painted and sanded over, it looks like you picked it up off the beach. You know.
Wow, very creative. You can just about do anything. It's awesome. Denis, Thank you so much. It's been such a treat. We could talk forever. Thank you for joining us. We're going to share your details with the viewers out there. I'm sure you're going to get even more busy, and it's so nice to hear that you are busy and it's some good news.
Okay, yeah. I think the vision for the future is to possibly share because my design and my style is fairly unique. As much as I've tried to see it other places, I haven't seen what I'm doing. And what I'd like to do is have a youngster come and help me. I get the benefit from that, but I'm actually going to be helping him. Maybe even he leaves and starts his own business. That would, to me, would be an absolute honor if I could do that. So that's the future.
Well, good luck. We wish you lots of luck from the Vuvuzela.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. And to the viewers out there, you've got some shopping to do. You don't want to not see what Denis makes. Absolutely beautiful items. So go check his Facebook page out. Until next time, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Vuvuzela.